We have entered into a digital revolution, which many of us have not been prepared for, because if you went to college like me, everything we've learned is becoming obsolete. And here are a few examples of high paying positions that actually are going to be taken or have you replaced by technology or artificial intelligence. Obviously, I think that there's still a place for people in these fields because human connection is the tippity top. That's not going anywhere. But not everybody is going to be able to hold their position or make themselves or put themselves in a position to stay in that particular field. But I'm going to give you some tips on how you can do this. So here are a few examples. Number one, the pharmacist. I heard an advertisement about Amazon Medical. Boom, technology taking your job as a pharmacist. Number two, paralegal. There are systems such as LegalBots, which is going to take your position. Also, something we are all very familiar with, real estate agents, and being taken over by Zillow or Redfin. Now, there's still going to be a place for these people, like I said, but once AI gets more advanced, it's going to be very convenient for people to be using these tools instead of taking the time to connect with someone and go that route. It's going to be a lot faster, maybe less hiccups and things like that. Here are a few ways that you can start shifting your mindset and adapting yourself to this digital revolution, which we are in, because you got to get on board. Get on board. So number one is going to be redefining attention seeking as strategic visibility, which means that you're going to use your personal brand to build relationships, share value, and create a brand that connects with people. It's not about being superficial and seeking attention. It's about putting yourself out there and creating a space where you can share your story, share expertise, and where people can just learn from you. The key is to show up authentically. All right, so number two, you want to adapt a growth mindset. You've heard this term before, but you need to be able to adapt to change very quickly. With the way that things are going in this digital revolution, you have to have your mind open and be willing to change with the times in order to be successful. The people who disrupt, they lean into what people are afraid of. For example, and I got this example from a book that I am reading called The Diary of a CEO. And basically, there were people during the early 2000s or 1990s who rejected the idea of the internet, thinking that magazines, newspapers, and things like that would never go out of style. And look at where we are now. You hardly see people buying magazines. They are still in the stores. They didn't go anywhere. But those people who leaned in to the idea of the internet and bringing things online are much more successful than those companies who stayed printing. The key here is to be able to pivot. So you want to get familiar with failure and fast with it too. Start failing quickly so you can learn what the right thing to do is. Number three, value innovation and problem solving over traditional work. Now, when you are starting a business, there's going to be a lot of groundwork that you need to get done to lay the foundation. Maybe there's a lot of content that you'll need to create building your website. But if you can outsource these things, that's going to be better so that you can leave room for your creativity and innovation gears to start grinding up. The key here is to start thinking about how you can solve other people's problems in a creative way. Number four, Utilize technology to scale. You have to get familiar with the different types of technology and AR that are coming out, that are starting to be so common and that we are just seeing and honestly using every day. I know you use ChatGPT. And if you don't, I know you use Google Gemini. So get familiar with more of these platforms and see how they can fit into your business. Even certain platforms like MailChimp or Constant Contact, which makes email marketing easier for you. You want to lean into this technology. The key here is to identify the types of technology that work for your specific business. Don't waste your time trying to use everything. Pick the ones that work for you and stick with them and explore.